Hey gorgeous, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. I hope you're all doing well. So today we're building a little starter house, and this is actually the first time that I'm building a starter house on my channel. Usually I don't budget for builds, I just kind of, build whatever I want for the family that I have in mind, and I don't really pay close attention to the budget, but I want to make sure that I have at least 2 starter houses included in every world of my save file. So this build is going to go in my save file, just so you know. And I have 2 starter houses in Willow Creek actually, but basically I started my save file before I started my YouTube channel, so I didn't get to record those. But this time I get to record basically every world that every lot that I'm putting in the world of New Crest. Guys, I'm gonna ask you to bear with me. I think this is like the 10th time I did an attempt at this recording. Couple of things. I am still sick. So basically, if you've seen my last video, I complain about having throat inflammation. I'm recording this the day after. I've tried recording this on the same day and I couldn't do it because I kept coughing and I kept messing up the voiceover. So this is the 2nd day, and today I think I'm already like on the 4th attempt of recording this. So we'll see if I manage this time, but just bear with me. So yeah, basically I'm pre-recording this video because the month of May is pretty hectic. I have quite a lot of stuff going on, and on top of that I'm having a little holiday. So at the moment you'll be able to see this video. I am in Madrid, or I probably would have just gotten back, but yeah, I spent a couple of days on a holiday in Madrid, and I'm so excited to go because, obviously at the moment that I'm recording this, I'm not there yet. I've never been to Madrid, so if any of you guys are from Spain, or if you've ever visited Madrid, I would love to know your thoughts, so we can have a little share, or so we can have a little bit of a travel experience exchange, if you will. So yeah, let's have a little bit of a talk about this build now. So as you can see, I'm kind of building a Craftsman style house. So I added some detailing on the roof to kind of mimic that typical Craftsman detailing, and I think it came out quite cute. I mean, the one in the front is not too impressive looking, but at least it adds a little something, I guess, to this starter house. So like I just mentioned in the beginning of this video, I want to include 2 starter houses in each world. This one is a starter house for either just a single sim or a couple. It's just a 1 bedroom, a 1 bathroom starter house, but the other one that I'm still gonna have to make, I want to include a children's room as well. So you could potentially play with this save file with your own Sims, because if you don't know, my save file, I'm really focusing on adding or bringing back, reviving classic Sims 2 and Sims 3 characters and creating new and interesting storylines for them. So I definitely intend my save file for you to play with the characters that I made. But I do understand that a lot of people just download save files to spice up their game a little bit and not have the same townies and the same community lots every time. And that is completely fair as well. So if you want to download... Apologies, there we go again. If you want to download my save file and just use your own Sims in them, that is completely fine by me. So yeah, that's just a little disclaimer that I wanted to say quickly. So yeah, starter house, they're quite a bit of a challenge, but luckily we have the debug. So as you can see, I put a lot of debug landscaping in the front of the house here to make it look a little bit more interesting and to have some more detailing in the landscaping, because when The Sims 4 just came out, maybe you don't know this, but we didn't actually have access to debug. So all starter houses just looked really plain. And also I feel like starter houses that are base game are even worse, because a lot of the base game stuff was really expensive if you compare it to stuff that we got in like the later pack. So let's say Eco Lifestyle, that one has a lot of good stuff for starter house, like a lot of decent looking stuff for a very low price compared to the base game stuff. So that was pretty handy, so I'm happy that I got to use that. So yeah, basically in terms of the floor plan of this house, like I just said, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. The rest is pretty open concept because well, a couple of reasons really. I didn't really have a whole lot of space to, you know, close off different rooms, like make a separate kitchen, dining, living space, and a little entryway. I didn't have space for that, unfortunately. So I just opted for a more open floor plan. And also walls are expensive. If you want to build a starter house and you want to save money, just knock down a couple of walls and just see where you can save money, because that really adds up. I think walls are very, very expensive. So yeah, as you can see, this is where I'm placing the kitchen. And right in front of it is the living room. So basically you walk straight into the living room. And I know in my last video, I literally went on a tantrum about how much I hate houses that don't have an entryway. But, you know, I feel like it's okay. It's a starter house, okay? So what do you expect? What do you expect, really? So yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this. Like I said, this is like the fourth time today that I'm doing this recording. But I imagine this house to be built during, like, let's say like the 60s or the 70s. So New Crest is a more new development neighborhood compared to Willow Creek. So the way I see it, New Crest is actually an extension of Willow Creek, but with a lot more modern houses, whereas all the houses that I built for Willow Creek are basically all like Victorian houses and stuff like that. So if you look at the interior, it does have some mid-century vibes. I use like the Parenthood tiling, and that kind of gave me some mid-century vibes, some 70s vibes, but it's not like overpowering 70s by any means. It's still quite fresh and young and modern looking. And by the way, I love that base cape gouge. I don't think that was one of the swatches that we got with the release of The Sims 4. I think it was added in later. Basically, most of the swatches of that gouge are just very plain and it looks very plasticky and fake. And there's like 2 swatches, which is this salmony pinky color and like a bluey teal color, that have some interesting texture to it, and it just looks a lot better in my opinion. And cottage living also is a very, very good back for starter houses. That one came with some very good cheap stuff, especially these counters. I literally use them all the time. They're so good. And yeah, I kind of love this baby blue color, and it just makes the house look very nice, like perfectly for just like a young couple's first house. If you kind of want to play that storyline, I think it goes very well. And that rock actually is from Nifty Knitting, and that one is free because it's also like an unlockable. I think normally your Sims would have to knit it, but if you use the hidden objects cheat, you can access that rock, and it's actually completely free, and I find it so useful. And apart from the fact that it's free, it's actually one of my favorite rocks in the game. I think it looks so nice. So even in like my more mention-y expensive builds, I still use that rock a lot just because it is so good. Apologies. So yeah. Also, normally when I'm making a speed build, I cut out a lot of footage. Basically, for this speed build, I cut nothing out because, it didn't take me too long to make this build. So the speed build was still like a very manageable 10 minutes. Whereas if I'm building like a big house, like it takes me hours and hours and hours to do. So if I'm going to leave in all the decision making and all the floor plan making and stuff like that, the speed build will go on for like over an hour, and let's be honest, no one wants to watch that. At least I wouldn't want to watch that. So yeah. But yeah, I think we did it. I think we managed it. I think we are near the end of the speed building part of this video. So right now I'm just adding in the final touches of the build, but I think I'm going to leave this voiceover right here. And if you like this video, please let me know by leaving a like or a comment, or feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of my future videos. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!